Good evening, you're now with me, Shalshma Tour for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. Deputy Health Minister Datuk Lokarisman Awang Sauni ends his Christmas Day visits in SIBUTI by wading through the flood-affected Kampung Bulau. And ceremonies are held across Asia today to remember the 220,000 people killed in one of the world's worst natural disasters 2 decades ago. We begin with this news. Deputy Health Minister Datuk Lokarisman Awang Sauni ended his Christmas Day visits in his parliamentary constituency of SIBUTI by wading through the flood-affected Kampung Bulau. According to his official Facebook post today, he noted that the water level in Kampung Bulau remained waist-high, leaving it and 2 other villages, Mutap and Sinop, without electricity.
During his visit via Jalan Tiris, he said he hoped that the electricity supply in Bulau and 2 other villages nearby would be restored soon. The SIBUTI MP added that the Social Welfare Department, JKM, has distributed food supplies and that the Civil Defence Force, along with the Disaster Operations Room of the Subis District Office, are closely monitoring the flood situation. However, the flood at Kampung Bulau was at its highest level on Christmas Eve, following days of heavy rain. A local posted on Facebook that the village's community hall was nearly fully submerged at about 6 p.m. that day. Meanwhile, Lokarisman said he hoped that the improved weather since Christmas would continue in the coming days to allow the flood to subside.
A Boxing Day trail hike took an unexpected turn this morning when a 25-year-old became stranded after suffering an asthma attack at the Canada Hill in Miri. Fortunately, the victim, identified as Muhammad Aidil Yusri, was quickly rescued thanks to the prompt response of a rescue team from the Miri Central Fire and Rescue Station.
According to the Sarawak Fire and Rescue Department, the rescue team was dispatched after a distress call was received at 10:27 a.m. They arrived at the site around 10:34 a.m. Now, upon arrival at the incident site, the victim was found to have suffered exhaustion due to asthma. The victim's location was shared via Google Maps, and he was found approximately 300 meters from the main road. Once located, the rescue team ensured that the victim was stable and escorted him to safety. He was later handed over to the police for further action.
Miri Silat athlete Umi Mashita Hassan made an impressive debut by securing the runner-up title at the 20th World Pencak Championship 2024 in Abu Dhabi. 21-year-old Umi shared her surprise at the achievement after competing against Lita Van An from Vietnam in the senior women's C-class category.
Bukan mudah, tapi alhamdulillah kami dapat buktikan juga, walaupun kami bangun kelas tu kami dapatlah beri pingat untuk Malaysia.
She said this in a press conference in Miri earlier today. Umi faced off against a contender from Thailand in her first match, followed by a match against an athlete from the Netherlands in the second round. Umi shared that one of the challenges during the championship was facing opponents with varying weight advantages, which worked in their favor.
Cuma kelebihan kuat sidak berat. Bagi kami boleh fight sidak. Cuma bagi kami cukup masalah untuk naikkan berat badan kami untuk sama berat sidak. So cabaran kami lah. Kami lawan.
Alongside Umi, Kuching-born Silat athlete Abdul Latif Magzakir brought an end to a 2-decade wait for Sarawak and Rumpun Silat Sarawak by clinching a gold medal at the same championship. This victory also cements 25-year-old Abdul Latif as the 4th Sarawakian to earn the title of world champion.
Mamalah ibu, papa, cikgu, kawan baik dan segalanya untuk saya. Hanya kita berdua. Tiba-tiba, dia muncul dalam hidup kita. Macam mana dengan saya?
Dalam hits terhangat, terkini hanya di TVS.
Welcome back. Service providers Telegram and Tencent, the company behind WeChat, have initiated a process of obtaining the required license for operating their platforms in Malaysia. In a statement today, the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) said both platforms are expected to meet the requirements for operating in Malaysia soon. The Commission also urged all service providers who meet the licensing conditions to submit their applications before the December 31st deadline. The licensing requirement, set to take effect on January 1st, 2025, aims to enhance online safety and user protection, as well as strengthen regulations over internet messaging and social media service providers. The framework is designed to create a trusted and safe online environment by urging service providers to protect users, especially children and vulnerable groups. As a result, Malaysians will benefit from improved safety, better user experiences, and enhanced protection against harmful content. Tearful mourners prayed today as ceremonies were held across Asia to remember the 220,000 people who were killed 2 decades ago when a tsunami hit coastlines around the Indian Ocean in one of the world's worst natural disasters. A 9.1 magnitude earthquake of Indonesia's western tip on December 26, 2004 generated a series of waves as high as 30 meters that pummeled the coastline of 14 countries from Indonesia to Somalia. In Thailand, where half of the more than 5,000 dead were foreign tourists, commemorations began early in Ban Nam Kem, its worst-hit village.
รู้สึกยังไงบ้างในวัน20 ปีแล้วเช้ามาตื่นทำข้าวก็คิดถึงเขาอยู่ที่ไหนเราแบบอยู่ที่นี่ค่ะพี่อยู่ที่ตรังแต่พี่สั่งกลางคืนเราก็โทรคุยกันปกติแต่พอมานะวันนี้เมื่อ20 ปีที่แล้วเขาก็โดนคลื่น
The victims included many foreign tourists celebrating Christmas on the region's sun-kissed beaches, bringing the tragedy into homes around the globe.
It makes me happy to come they have this. It's sad, but
วันนี้เราได้มีทีวีโทรทัศน์มาถ่ายด้วยนะครับน้องๆในช่องหลายช่องเลยค่ะความร่วมมือจากทุกภาคส่วนเลยจริงๆค่ะก็ต้องขอบคุณมาณตอนนี้ด้วยนะคะ
they're happy people.
ก็ถือว่าเป็นการส่ง
In the 2004 disaster, the seabed ripped open and pushed waves that doubled the speed of a bullet train, crossing the Indian Ocean within hours. Azerbaijan began a national day of mourning today after a passenger jet from the flag carrier crashed in western Kazakhstan on Christmas Day, killing 38 of the 67 people on board. The Embraer 190 aircraft was supposed to fly northwest from the Azerbaijani capital Baku to the city of Grozny in Chechnya in southern Russia, but instead diverted far off course across the Caspian Sea. It crashed Wednesday near the city of Aktau in Kazakhstan. Azerbaijan Airlines reported that 67 people were on board the jet, 62 passengers and 5 crew members. The Kazakh Emergency Situations Ministry reported that 29 survivors, including 3 children, have been hospitalized. Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev declared Thursday a day of mourning and cancelled a planned visit to Russia for an informal summit of the Commonwealth of Independent States (CIS), a grouping of former Soviet nations. Aliyev's office said the president ordered the prompt initiation of urgent measures to investigate the causes of the disaster. The flight radar website showed the plane deviating from its normal route, crossing the Caspian Sea and then circling over the area where it eventually crashed near Aktau, an oil and gas hub on the eastern shore of the sea. Azerbaijan Airlines, the country's flag carrier, said the plane made an emergency landing around 3 kilometers from Aktau. The Kazakh Emergency Situations Ministry said its staff put out a fire which broke out when the plane crashed. Azerbaijan Airlines initially said the plane flew through a flock of birds before withdrawing the statement. It added an investigative team led by the Deputy Prosecutor General of Azerbaijan has been dispatched to Kazakhstan and is working at the crash site. Japan Airlines said its systems were up and running again after a cyber attack earlier today caused delays to domestic and international flights. Japan Airlines said in a post on social media platform X that the party has identified the cause and scope of the malfunction. According to them, the large data attack did not leak any customer information and safety was unaffected. Japanese media said it may have been a so-called DDoS attack aimed at overwhelming and disrupting a website or server. Ticket sales for domestic and international flights departing today were suspended during the incident but have now resumed. Although the cyber attack did not cause major disruption, the airline earlier said the 24 domestic flights had been delayed by more than half an hour. Local media also said problems with the carrier's baggage check-in system caused delays at several Japanese airports. Japan Airlines shares fell as much as 2.5% in morning trade after the news emerged before recovering. Its stocks were down 0.2% in the afternoon. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Shilshmato. Thank you for watching and have a good night.